People are aroused. I haven't seen people so aroused in a very, very long time.
Welcome to What's Left podcast on the Derealization Nation Media Network.
I can't afford Mountain Dew! Okay? The economy's rough right now! Obama!
Miners, I love miners.
And now, your hosts.
That's us. It's John, it's Jake, it's Brad. We are the Punk Rock Garage Band podcast, the What's Left podcast on the Derealization Nation Media Network. And you are the Derealization Nation. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to this video. We have a lot to talk about, as always. There's literally never a day that goes by where there's not just a giant pile of shit to talk about. But we have to start, unfortunately, because our president is a rapist. We have to start in the with the world war that he's caused to make sure that the world doesn't find out about his pedophilia. So let's start there and move to the rest of it. But let's start with Iran, if we could, Jake. In case you wonder, I use Drop Site News for a lot of this stuff. So all the stuff that you're going to hear comes from Drop Site News. It's an excellent follow on Substack. So war on Iran, U.S. and Israeli strikes pound Iran for an 11th day. It's called the worst night of strikes, according to Tehran, which Tuesday, today, Hegseth said it will be the most intense day of strikes on Iran. And Iran says that there will also be unleashing a lot of intense strikes on U.S. and Israel. But the U.S. Israel struck a residential complex in eastern Tehran late Monday, killing at least 40 people, according to Iran's semi-official Tasnim news agency, in one of the deadliest attacks in the capital since the start of the war. The attack hit an apartment blocks near the Risalat Square, a densely populated area of the capital, with rescue crews searching the rubble for survivors. I think it's important to repeat the part where it says it hit an apartment blocks in a crowded residential square, because the United States continues to insist that they do not target civilians. But if you're not going to target civilians, then you probably should avoid firing rockets into crowded public squares, which they have failed to do so thus far. The death toll in Iran has reached over 1,300, with 17,000 injured. The head of Iran's National Emergency Organization reports 193 children at least have been killed so far, the youngest being an 8-month-old girl. Iranian spokesperson Fatma Mahajarani said at least 460 have been killed and 4,300 wounded in Tehran alone since the launch of the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran 10 days ago. This is from the deputy head of Tehran's emergency health department, Mayor Saroush, told public broadcasting IRB News. The health ministry advisor, Ali Jarafim, told Al Jazeera that strikes have hit over 200 cities across Iran. Iran is monstrous. I think we have a map later. There's no longer room for diplomacy, according to Iran. Iran has really just gotten straight hostile with the rhetoric back. Like they are. This, I think, summarizes it really well. They say there's no room for diplomacy anymore. This, according to the Speaker of Iran's Parliament, Mohammad Baghir Ghalibaf. We are absolutely not seeking a ceasefire. We believe the aggressor must be struck in the mouth, so it learns a lesson and never thinks of attacking our beloved Iran. And I mean, that just summarizes the entirety of Iran's social media presence and just the general defiance of just about any government official that you hear on TV. These countries that signed up to be on the side of the U.S. and Israel, like the UAE publicly ruled out taking part in military attacks against Iran. U.S. Ambassador Jamal al-Mushkara saying that the UAE will not partake in any attacks against Iran from our territory and not be involved in such a conflict. Despite repeated assurances from the Gulf governments that the territories will not be used to attack Iran, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth claimed Monday that they have been given the U.S. access, basing, and overflight, and they have gone on the offensive in their support of the U.S. So Hegseth says they're doing it. They say they're not. They're getting bombed anyway. But the Iranian government has said they will start to concentrate more on Israeli targets in the coming days. Meanwhile, Israel is marching across Lebanon. Warplanes carried out a new wave of attacks overnight and on Tuesday morning across the Southern Lebanon and Bekaa Valley, east of Beirut, where the military ordered residents of Tyre and Sidon to evacuate north ahead of the imminent strikes on the alleged Hezbollah infrastructure. It's hard to keep track of which terrorist group they say is where, but this Hezbollah is the one that they say is hiding in all of Hezbollah's hospitals, schools, and daycare centers. Lebanese media reported airstrikes on several towns, which are not military sites, in case that was confusing. Monday, Israel's public broadcaster KN reported that the Israeli military pushed deeper to the country's south. It was considering a major expansion of the buffer zone inside of Lebanese territory. And if you remember buffer zone, if that sounds familiar, again, it's because that's what used to be going on in Palestine. That's what they would do to the people of Gaza. It's spreading. The death toll from Israelis assault on Lebanon rose to 486, with 13 wounded, according to Lebanon's health ministry. Forced displacement has nearing 700,000 people. 700,000 people already in just these 10 or 11 days. A faster pace of displacement compared to 2004, when Israeli assault on Lebanon led to more than 1.2 million displaced. And also, they killed a Christian priest in southern Lebanon, and Nicki Minaj is nowhere to be found. Surprise. Almost like it wasn't about the Christianity at all.
Did she already give up grifting? Is she already done with that? Or is she still cashing in?
No, she was, I mean, I heard she's still out there. She's still being vocal, even though she got fucking scammed with her fake citizenship card. No one deserves.
She up so fast.
Yep. The Gaza genocide continues in Israel and violence in the West Bank. 2 Palestinians in the past bodies arrived at hospitals. One killed in new attacks, another recovered from the rubble. 2 more were injured as Israel continues to attack across Gaza. The total recorded death toll, this is the recorded death toll, has risen to 72,134, with 171,828 injured. With the amount of people who are missing and likely hidden under the rubble and in mass graves, the numbers are far, far higher than that. So since October 11th, the ceasefire day, I say in air quotes for the listener, Israel has killed at least 649 Palestinians in Gaza and wounded 1,730, while 756 bodies have been recovered from under the rubble, according to the Palestinian Ministry of Health. So, not over, still happening. And meanwhile, the Gaza peace plan is going to have to take a backseat, guys. I know you're sad to hear that. They will not be able to meet due to the ongoing violence in Iran. They issued tenders, though, for projects linked to the post-war plan, including a refugee camp in Gaza, a base for international troops, and a management headquarters in, you guessed it, Israel, with an initial $60 to $70 million budget reportedly provided by regional partners. And Ben-Gvir expands gun permits to all Jewish neighborhoods in Jerusalem, because if there's anything that we need in fucking Jerusalem, it's more violence. So congratulations to Ben-Gvir. I'll continue to being one of the most giant pieces of shit that exist on the planet today.
So what? When did gun rights become a religious thing? That's crazy. That sounds like even crazier than America. Like here, at least everybody can own it, religious nut or not. There, they expressly give them to them, religious nuts.
You know, I think they learned it from watching us, though. You know, I think a lot of the things that Israel does with it learned from watching us. All right. Here's a bit of a fun story, if you will, even though it includes a giant waste of money. Somebody else want to take this one? Give the people a break from my voice.
I got it. Oh, this makes me so mad, bro. All right. So the Pentagon spent $93 billion in a single month with a B, including buying a Steinway piano. The Pentagon spent $93 billion September of 25, the final month of the fiscal year, its highest end-of-year spending surge since 2008. According to an analysis by the government watchdog Open the Books, reported on by the New Republic, much of the spending appeared driven by use it or lose it budget rules that encourage agencies to exhaust remaining funds before the fiscal deadline. Pause it.
Good.
All right. The purchases included items not obviously essential for a war effort, such as a $98,000 Steinway grand piano for the Air Force Chief of Staff's residence, $5.3 million in Apple devices, millions of dollars in seafood and steak, and $225 million in furniture. More on the Pentagon spending spree is available from TNR.
Yeah, they spent like $3 million just on crab legs. I mean, it's just an insane, absurd thing, and that use it or lose it budget shit is such bullshit, especially for them at the Pentagon.
Yeah, they're going to buy $87 million in hammers to make sure they don't lose that money.
All right, so here's Trump being asked a question about Iran.
You just suggested that Iran somehow got its hands on a tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war. But you're the only person in your government saying this. Even your defense secretary wouldn't say that when he was asked, standing over your shoulder on your plane on Saturday. Why are you the only person saying this?
Because I just don't know enough about it. I think it's something that I was told is under investigation. But tomahawks are used by others, as you know. Numerous other nations have tomahawks. They buy them from us. But I will certainly, whatever the report shows, I'm willing to live with that report.
So that's absurd on its face.
Do other countries use our military bases to send off their tomahawks?
No, but we use other countries' military bases to send our shit.
That's crazy. The amount of things under investigation by this cabinet is crazy. Anything that's not going in their favor, it's under investigation.
He really said that I jumped into this war, and if it turns out that we bombed a school full of kids, I'm willing to live with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what he said on national television.
Right. And he knows he did. You know what? So let's talk about the interviewer here, because the interviewer was a dude. And it has taken almost 2 years for a single male reporter to step up and say a goddamn thing to this fucking idiot. Like, to ask a fucking solid question. So here in Women's History Month, we want to celebrate men and women's roles. Here is a man finally growing some balls and stepping up and asking a question to the president. And also, I want to note his fucking attitude towards this guy is way different. If Caitlin Collins had asked that question, he would have called her an idiot, fake news, go fuck yourself, yada, yada, piggy, whatever. But because it's a white dude, and so this is why it is important for people who look like that to assert their privilege and stand up, especially when these women are being attacked in the fucking press room. But I don't know what you guys thought of that.
Donnie automatically thought he was on his side.
Yeah.
Like, he might still think that question was asked in a positive light.
Yeah.
He might. That guy works the New York Times, I believe. So good for him, I guess. Yeah.
I'm just surprised, like you said.
Yeah.
That somebody had the backbone to say anything.
Yeah. Somebody who wasn't.
Y'all know we could just ask them whatever we want, right? Like, we could just ask them questions.
Bro, watch me. If I get in that press room, I'll be kicked out so goddamn fast. Like,
yeah, that was his last chance. He's done now, but
yeah, for sure. I mean, if I was in that press room, the first thing I would be able to be like, "Sir, I have a question, and it's about how great tariffs are. How did it feel to have a tent spike kicked up your ass by a child you were trying to rape?" That would be my question to the president of the United States.
And he's gone.
Yeah, like gone. Like, you never see me ever again.
Yeah, that 3-second delay on live television would be crucial to them. You'd be out of here, bud.
Oh, shit. Fuck it. So the big winners here, I think, sure we'll probably talk about oil in the economic section, but Russia wins big here, and at the same time, Ukraine is being told that the United States needs their technology for drones, which just so happens to coincide with the fact that Donald Trump's son, Eric, has a drone technology company. So they're asking for Ukraine's proprietary technology for his company. Like, just unbelievable the amount of corruption. There's a statistic too that I have somewhere in here too that like the amount of criminal pardons, criminal money that was supposed to be paid back to victims, to the state, whoever it was, just from the pardons of corruption and fraud is $1.6 billion. By comparison, Joe Biden, the student debt relief, was 680 million. So just shut the fuck up forever, all of you, is what I got there. Like, just forgive student debt, forgive medical debt, and never let it happen again. Never let it happen again.
Imagine how much more prosperous we'd be if people just weren't buried in made up debt.
Yeah, I mean, every time though, like even like when we had Obama in office, like the bailed out the banks instead of the fucking like punish the people who do the predatory lending, not the people who get suckered in. But that's how it works every time. All right. So, Middle East Monitor reports that Iran announces that any Arab or European country that expels Israeli and U.S. ambassadors will be granted free passage to the Strait of Hormuz. Pretty crazy shit. Just all they need to do is just say goodbye to fucking Israel and U.S.
Yeah, they're like, just denounce Israel and the United States and you're free to go.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like China would have a pretty easy job doing that.
Yeah, I think people are definitely going to jump on that bandwagon.
Why not, right? So, Rument reports that Unit 8200, which is a base of operations, was annihilated last night. This is basically like Israeli CIA. This is where their massive bot farm exists, and there has been a marked decline in pro-Israel support online lately. So, yes, grateful for the relief today. This is an example of how ready Iran is for talks. This image is circulating online of an Iranian missile with the words, "In memory of the victims on Epstein's Island," on its warhead written in Persian. So yeah, sounds like a country ready to fucking negotiate. Part of the deal.
I mean, here's the thing. How do you expect a country to just get bombed and then you'd be like, all right, are you ready to give up yet? Like, no, you just killed my people. Like, if somebody did that to America, we would turn them into a parking lot and they're just like, Iran's ready to give up, dude. They're ready to quit. They're ready to throw in the towel. Guys, if they bombed us, we would not throw in the towel. We would nuke them. If anybody remembers what happened the last time someone attacked us, we nuked them.
Yep.
And y'all are just like, Iran's going to lay it down. No, the hell they aren't.
Yeah.
I don't want to see any American die for this stupid shit, but if you think that Iran is going to lay down their arms, you're foolish.
You're an idiot. All right, somebody read Iran's ceasefire conditions, though.
Jake, that's on you, my friend.
All right, Iran's ceasefire conditions just dropped and they're not playing. And Netanyahu to the ICC, withdrawal to October 7th borders, cancel Trump's Gaza plan, lift all sanctions, return frozen funds, recognize Iran's nuclear rights, leave Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, evacuate all U.S. bases from Arab soil. Trump must publicly apologize to
Khamenei, I don't know.
Khamenei.
People say it both ways.
Okay, compensate Iran for every sanction ever imposed. Then they ended it with, that is no great matter for God. This isn't a ceasefire list. This is a surrender document handed to the most powerful military on earth.
Yeah. No, not even close to fucking negotiation. This was like an ultimatum.
It's almost like the Ten Commandments brought by God.
Right. Yeah. And this is people have to understand, like, it was which country? Qatar. One of the Qatari leaders said it today. Like, this is because they allowed genocide to happen to
Mhm.
an Arab state. Like, that's why we are where we are.
Yeah.
Yep. Iran, again, not playing around, is laying mines reportedly in the Strait of Hormuz, according to CNN. So likely that's probably on the level because they'd like to make Iran look as weak as possible, and that definitely doesn't do that. So basically everything that Donald Trump has told them not to do, like name the sun the leader, lay mines, bomb oil fields, they've done all of it. They have defied him to his face.
It's almost like he doesn't have the pull he says he has.
It is almost like that. It is almost like that. This is from Greg Levy for Senate in Ohio. This is an independent candidate for Senate in Ohio who we all major league support. He points out that the missile that murdered the 165 plus children at the girls' school in Iran was made in Ohio. Weapons manufacturing companies receive tax breaks from Ohio politicians who are guilty of killing children abroad, while millions of Ohio families continue to scrape by without health care, livable wages, or affordable housing.
Ohio is getting progressively worse. Somehow they've had Republican leadership for, I don't know, since 2010. I think they've controlled all of it, and since then we've fallen to like from 5th to 26th in education or something. Mother's mortality rate is like doubled. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
All bad. Ohio, all bad. So like somebody new, make some changes.
Just pick someone different. Just try something different.
Courtney Peterson, who we interviewed here, Cleveland, you have an opportunity to do something good in a very progressive part of your state. Like, be more progressive, be actually left. And vote for Greg Levy. I like Sherrod Brown for as much, he's an all right politician, but Greg Levy is a great politician, maybe, but definitely a better lefty record than Sherrod Brown. Go for it. Just fucking go for it. All right. All right, let's shift gears and talk about the reason behind the war, the driving force, the engine, the so-called Epstein files, the Trump files, the pedophiles who run this place. Everybody from Les Wexner and to fucking Jess Staley, all still running around free here in the United States. So this account, Volition Maximus, sums it up really well here. 4 days before the first bombs dropped, NPR found 53 pages of FBI interview memos were missing from the public database, including 4 interviews with a woman who accused both Epstein and Trump of assaulting her when she was 13. The DOJ said they were incorrectly coded as duplicative. On March 5th, while the war dominated every headline, the reporters forced the DOJ to release 16 of the 53 pages they'd hidden. 37 are still missing. Meanwhile, 65,000 plus pages were quietly removed from the database altogether with no explanation. The FBI interviewed this woman 4 times. Agents found her credible enough to keep coming back. 0 actions resulted. Deputy AG Blanche, nothing allowed us to prosecute anybody. The FBI has found separate 13-year-old witness credible. 0 charges. 3 countries arrested people named in the files. Norway, UK. Search didn't drop. These search interests didn't drop by accident. It dropped because war replaced it. And the people responsible for releasing the files are the same people named in them. Yes, searches for the Epstein files dropped 85% once the war started.
Pam Bondi should be fired right now.
Yeah, and our friend Kara at Citizens Impeachment is reporting that not only has these articles of impeachment promised by Summer Lee and several other members of Congress not they don't even have a co-sign. They don't even have a co-sponsor, let alone been brought to a vote. So there's no action there. The last impeachment on Trump gained support among Democrats, but all of the leadership voted against it. So we just have the most useless motherfuckers in Congress. make sure that your person representing you is willing to do their duty once they get to Congress. Trigger warning. This entire episode should come with a trigger warning. All we can talk about is the news, and the news is all murder and rape. And the New Republic reports that in 2004, the pedophilic financier Jeffrey Epstein took a Jane Doe, then a 16-year-old girl, up the elevator of his 7-story Manhattan townhome into the massage parlor where he forced her to strip and rub his body as he spoke to Trump on speakerphone. The victim told federal investigators. The victim claimed she was a high school junior at the time. A South Carolina newspaper. Actually, somebody else take this one.
A South Carolina newspaper, the Post and Courier, has verified certain details from a woman's 2019 FBI interviews accusing Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein of sexually assaulting her as a minor in the 1980s. The woman claimed Jeffrey Epstein introduced her to Trump around 1980 to 1982 when she was 13 to 15, that Trump attempted to force her to perform oral sex, she bit him and he hit her, and that Epstein later blackmailed her with nude photos, leading her mother to embezzle money from her employer to pay it off. She also mentioned Epstein taking her to a Rick James concert in Georgia around age 15. The Post and Courier confirmed Rick James concerts occurred in Georgia during the time frame she described. Court records show her mother faced embezzlement charges. Other family and personal history details aligned.
That's what you call a fucking investigation.
It can only be a coincidence so many times.
Mm-hmm. The DOJ had recently added those FBI memos to the public Epstein base after concealing them and removing others. So the woman stopped cooperating with the FBI after receiving death threats and nearly being run off the road multiple times. Why don't these victims come forward, guys? Why won't they come forward? Sascha Barros reports that he has agreed to do a TV interview with MSNOW. This is breaking as we came on. Tentatively scheduled for this week, pending the editor's decision, but it has been pushed to early next week. And day of, you'll be able to let everybody know with whom he will be doing that interview. So they will be doing that interview, excuse me. So they will be appearing on MS Now to tell their story to the world, to a larger audience, to a boomer audience who probably hasn't heard it on Substack. So that's pretty cool for them. Also, the search of the Zorro Ranch began today. But now let's shift things over to the money side of things. Brad, how's war treating the economy?
Oh, so Trump, even though Trump lied yesterday and said that it was all over and Iran was ready to give it up right now, the market did not respond to that. It did yesterday and tried to rebound a little bit, but today the Dow was essentially stagnant. It didn't move. It kind of, fluttered a little bit up and down, but I think it closed the day like less than 0.1% either way. Crude oil, although not above $100 anymore, is still up 45% for the year, or year to date. It's up 45% from January 1 to right now. For anybody keeping track at home, that's terrible. It is not a great indicator. As we've seen job growth, Donald Trump's first 14 months, I think, in office, or 13 months in office, he added the total amount of jobs that Joe Biden was adding in individual months. So over all of Trump's second term so far, he was adding the job numbers that Biden was doing in individual months. And gas is at almost 90. It's at $83, I think, today. So, or oil is at $83 today. I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. I think people are starting to, I don't know. I'm not an economist. I follow the economy a little bit, but people are starting to have their doubts, I think, even on the money side of things.
Yeah. I think we're itching for a crash. I've said it many times, and I think we're on our way there. I mean, the even the AI thing is, it's clearly nonsense. And just if it turns out that like AI was used to commit these war crimes, it should be absolutely abolished. These data centers are trash for communities. The fucking products aren't that good. And the stuff that we use that's AI, supposedly, like we've had for thousands of years. And like, like you do a spell check and it's like, would you like AI to spell check for you? Or like look at these AI lights. Like these aren't like actual AI things. These are like the stuff that's functional. It's existed.
They're like taking your drinking water to make autonomous killing machines that will do war with no discretion.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have scruples and robots don't. That's crazy. Yeah, good stuff. All right, Jake. Uh what's going on in the world of arts, culture, the rest of the world?
So I had the great honor of reading an article today that took a survey of Americans thinking if gay was morally wrong, among other things. So a concerning proportion of Americans still think being gay is morally wrong, according to new research. A report by the Pew Research Center found that Americans are far more likely than people in other Western countries to say that being gay is morally unacceptable. The research surveyed 25 countries in 2025 and asked respondents whether behaviors such as abortion, drinking alcohol, and homosexuality were morally acceptable, morally unacceptable, or not a moral issue at all. Around 39% of Americans said homosexuality was morally wrong. Comparable proportions were recorded in Israel, 47%, Hungary, 34%, and Greece, 30%. By contrast, attitudes were far more accepting in Western Europe. In Sweden, Germany, Spain, and the Netherlands, more than 90% of people and homosexuality was morally acceptable.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Right. At this point, it's like, yeah, we are judgmental assholes.
Yeah. If you told me to make that list out of whole cloth, though, I think I would have picked the same countries for the same categories.
Right. And also, upcoming is Eurovision, May 16th, I'm 90% sure. And once again, 5 countries have pulled out because of Israel's involvement, including Ireland and Iceland, I know for sure.
Nice. Good for them.
Right. I just love Eurovision and I hate to see people not. I love Eurovision. But also my my favorite actor ever, Timothee Chalamet. He decided to bash on ballets and operas in an interview and just said that they're old and no one wants to go see them anymore, and he hopes he never falls into that line. So lately, people have been roasting him. Centers like that are holding ballets and stuff will offer ticket discounts if they use the word Timothy. And like their boxes, Jeopardy even did a panel, like one of their segments was opera and ballet. Just respect your arts.
Yeah,
Simple as that. All art forms.
that's funny. For the viewer who doesn't know, Jake actually hates Timothée Chalamet passionately. Burning Fire of a Thousand Suns. Not quite the same. That's quite the same flame he holds for Taylor Swift, but
No,
close.
they're pretty even though.
Yeah, they're close to neck and neck. Um. All right. Speaking of Israel, by the way, they got hammered last night by the Dominican Republic 10-1. I forgot to
Who
bring a
doesn't love to
highlight.
see it?
Dude, Fernando Tatis fucking murdered that fucking ball to left field. Really, that put him up 10. It was just glorious. I love the World Baseball Classic. It's one of my favorite things, to be honest.
Dude, they should cancel, hot take, they should cancel professional Major League Baseball and just make it WBC all the time. Every pitch is fucking a firework, dude. It's like playoff baseball every single game.
You know, else is also slept on the Little League one.
Little League World Series?
Little League World Series. I love that. I love that shit.
Yeah. You know what? The WBC is a lot like that because it's very similar structure. You know what I mean? It's like U.S. team, there's world teams, and
That's fun.
there's a lot of pride.
Mm-hmm.
It is electric, dude. Electric every game.
Yeah. All right. I got Jake to watch a little bit of it last year. Just the one. Just the Skeens versus
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Sports
yeah.
I just don't love
Skeens versus
watching.
Otani.
I don't love watching.
I know. Let's give all the hate that we can to Jake Lang real quick. So Jake Lang, the protester who peed himself in Minneapolis, won't quit. Like this guy is a piece of shit who just won't quit. But today we got a little news on him, and you will not be surprised at all, even if you haven't heard this story already. Right Wing Watch reports neo-Nazi pardoned by Trump Jake Lang caught arranging to meet a 15-year-old and telling her to keep it a secret. Boy, oh boy. Are you shocked? Oh, this is tiny.
Hey, John,
Yes.
there's a fork in the kitchen.
All
Dude,
right.
this dude is a creep.
Creep. You can tell just by looking at the guy. So here's his text messages. You coming to my next protest in Texas? What a loser. I can't if you want me to. Can we talk on here instead, or you only text? I have too many DMs. Text only, sweetie. What a fucking garbage person. Oh my God. What did your mom say? How old are you, by the way? I'll ask tomorrow. I just turned 30, honey. Why are you up so late, young lady? Nice. I don't know. I be a night owl. I might be too young for you, LOL. How old are you, baby? Unless you're under 18, I don't care. I'm 15, LOL. When do you turn 16? Ugh. In 6 months. I won't get in trouble if that's what you mean. If you're worried, I can keep a secret. What state do you live in? I can't wait to. I can't see
Nope.
you till you're 16. Arizona. I just moved here, so. What a fucking pig.
And based on those photos, he reached out to her first, which is fucking even crazier. It wasn't like they were trying to like bait him. He like reached out.
No, not a police operation, not a sting. Just a fucking creep. All right. All right, we don't take advertiser money and we don't do ad reads. Instead, here's a bit of women's history combined with a bit of black history.
Didn't it rain, children? Rain, oh yes. Didn't it? Yes, didn't it? You know it didn't it? Oh yes, how it rained. I said it rained, children. Rain, oh yes. Didn't it? Yes, didn't it? You know it didn't it? Oh my.
We'll be back. Oh my God, we're back. Demonization Nation. We are here, the What's Left podcast, Punk Rock Garage, but a podcast. Jake's villain arc haircut in full effect. We did a bit of a palate cleanse. We're gonna do some TikToks.
I'm straight now. Phase is over. Phase is over. Switching sides.
Still a tough sell. All right, let's go through some TikToks. Wait. Let's try them again, but this time with sound. All right. There we go. Two wrongs don't make a right, baby. I'm making a point.
Yeah. I'll burn it all down.
Yeah. Oh no, releasing the Epstein files will cause global shut the fuck up. Nobody cares.
Just do it.
Just do it. Fucking pussies. All right. Jay?
I am reporting you.
Please report me.
Oh, shit. That's great. All right. Oh, I got a spake keyboard one too.
She stay on the East Coast and wear Japanese clothes, cause she pay like Nino. Oh, get on your knees, please and arigato. Unique arigato. On the West Coast, my vato. Oh, that my cheese and chips. No, that's not.
Tech decks, bro. Tech decks. Yeah, this one's getting a copyright fucking warning for sure. Don't matter. It's not like we make money off this shit anyway. May as well have fun with it.
Prime example of when grandma's favorite brand of cigarettes is just more fucking cigarettes, bro. Look at this. This is impressive, though. Look, okay, so you got, right? That, but look at this. And look at the fine detail of that cross. You can see the arms of Christ in the Pall Mall smoke, brother. That is crazy. Prime.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh my God, you really could see the arms too, like the crucifix. That's just fucking wild. I've smoked at a couple of my houses. I don't smoke anymore, but I smoked at a couple of them, and it was always a mistake. It's always a mistake.
Rex.
What kind of car is that?
No clue. Kind of want to though.
It's crazy. I've watched a lot of Top Gear, and I've never seen that one. Oh, got him.
It's still real to me, dude.
Yeah. What, are you implying that was fake? That man took a pie to the chest.
My question is, what happens if he misses with the dough? Does he still fall?
Brad, listen, you don't have to worry about that. It's never going to happen. That man is a precision dough tosser. Okay, he probably worked at a pizza shop since he was 11 years old. He could probably land that fucking 6 rows deep in the audience on any given person.
If you're a Jelly Roll fan and you don't know the resale price of copper, that is stolen valor.
Truer words. Truer words. All right.
We ain't stressing anything. It's the purple everything. It's the purple
Blowing up his phone, I know I'm tripping for no reason. He gon' call it crazy, but
Clearly, that's a Jake one. Oh my God. All right, last one. Here we go.
I can do it.
Do it,
So
ready?
you sing it like Nansingonya Magiti Baba Ingonyama.
Say it again. What does it mean?
It means, look, there's a lion. Oh my God.
You're joking. That is not what that means. That is not what that means.
That's exactly what it means.
That's what it means. Look, there's a lion.
Oh
Oh my God.
It's a
Look, there's a lion. Oh my God.
It's a lion.
Take that, childhood memories. Oh my God. Look, a lion. Oh my God. All right. Thank you all for watching, listening, hanging out, putting up with us. We are the Punk Rock Garage Band podcast, the What's Left podcast. And we can't do this without you, the Derealization Nation. So thank you for watching, listening, liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, everything that you do to make this thing real. And it is becoming more and more real every day. And it's not thanks to the billionaire fucking oligarchs who run the algorithm. I promise you that. So thank you very much. We appreciate everything that you do. Until next time, I'm John.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Brad.
And that's what's left.
Just a friendly reminder, We're spending billions of dollars so people forget that our president is a pedophile.